Stop it, I'm triggered.
Every time I encounter someone with below par intelligence, a little piece of me dies and I'm nearly dead. Just let the fucking solar system exist. Fucking let the aliens be.
That's what we've taken from this. Be warned, it's LuAnna, and this podcast contains honest, upfront opinions, rants, bants, and general explicit content, but you know you love it.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, girls. How are we?
I'm good.
It's Monday. The fuckers have gone back.
I know.
Hooray! Can we all just give a collective round of applause for every child in the UK that is hopefully back in school? Hallelujah. We did it.
Survived another summer.
Do you know what I did, Lou, when the kids went back to school last Thursday?
A shit, probably. No.
Yeah, well, exactly. Correct. Morning, Imo, by the way. Got producer Imo here as well, obviously. I
like your top. It's a bit
babes.
dominatrix.
Thanks, Bones. Just for you.
Studs.
Just for you.
Makes you look really tanned.
Oh,
The
I'll
black.
take that.
Weird, isn't it? You look quite brown, actually. Be fake tan.
Nope. Summer in the garden. The
Wow.
non-existent garden.
That's impressive.
This is a
tan,
British
actually.
summer tan.
My tan's
or
basically
dirt.
gone.
Maybe. That's weird. You've been everywhere this summer, and I've been
we're the
Britishing
same.
it up.
Oh, look at my big gunt.
Quite gunty. What I did last Thursday, Lou, I deliberately, I like my days of no obligation.
Oh, yeah, and I get jealous that you do that and that you've got the discipline.
I'm not
disciplined.
I scheduled a specific, I thought, no, I want to savour this moment. I don't want to be dropping off and then rushing to a meeting or
True.
rushing to something
or
something crappy like a dentist appointment. No, I want to savour that goddamn moment.
Okay.
So I went and did a celebrity farm shop breakfast for one.
Did you?
By myself.
Bliss.
Looking out at the rolling fields.
Nice.
Enjoying that solitary moment of kids are happy. My kids couldn't wait to go back to school.
Nor can my. That's
so
it's too
excited.
long.
My kids love
have
school.
9.5 weeks off. It's
I know.
ridiculous.
Can I also...
I want to just go to my lake house and crochet. I haven't crocheted for ages because I've been too busy. I knew that would happen once I just got home.
Can I just say,
I've just
actually,
been crocheting on
on your
holiday.
crocheting thing, what I will say with you, Lou, is when you do anything in life, you always do it to the nth degree. I don't know if that's the tism.
It's very ADHD
yeah,
vibes.
yeah, it's the,
Is it?
Yeah.
but the
Well, I
crochet
just think
Like
you do
hyper focus on
Yeah,
a
I
hobby.
hyperfocus, and then that's it. I never do it again.
perfectionism.
That's
And I have got. No, you don't understand. I'll show you after this the amount of wool and yarn I have.
Well,
It's ridiculous. I must have about 25 different crochet hooks.
Well, what I love about the crochet, so we were there at its infancy when it was like the one small duck,
Yeah.
and she had what would only be just because I was on the yacht when this started.
When I learned,
so
yeah.
a small pencil case of her crochet things, and then it went to kind of a large wash bag of stuff.
Oh,
And-
you're going to talk about my nice Zara bag.
well,
you haven't been in my dressing room, babes.
Well, I would imagine we're up to a full-on laundry. One of those red, white, and blue laundry
Bigger.
bags now.
I've got bin bags in my dressing room.
Stop it.
I've had to order 64-litre very useful storage boxes from Amazon.
Have you managed to crochet? Because to be fair, you are an extremely good crocheter.
Yeah.
Can we do any crocheting of sort of phallic?
I haven't
things,
yet,
like
and
a
I'm going
willy
to
or a
try.
vag?
I'm going to try a willy
Boobs?
and a vag.
And boobs?
I think a boob. I think that'll be quite easy. Boobs and a willy would be quite easy.
Boobs, I would imagine, I think 2 cupcakes with cherries.
Yeah, but like a vag might be a bit harder with all the flaps.
Would you like to?
No, because yours will
model
be very difficult.
Do you have enough wool?
But yeah, so I haven't crocheted for a while, and I will really, really want to. But yeah, if I do something, I do just like
Absorb.
doing it properly. What's the point in doing a half-assed effort
That's true.
of
Get
anything
stuck
in life? If you're going to do something, just do it properly or don't fucking bother.
Well, may I
'Cause
say?
I hate that.
May I say, if you're going to do something properly, do it. Just want to have a little. If you wouldn't mind, ladies, just indulging me a little bit. I want to say a big thank you to because one of my kiddos
me.
to you.
Yeah, go on.
But doing things properly when things are done properly to the point it actually makes me cry. When people can be so brilliant at things, you actually feel so pathetic in comparison. And I'm talking about doctors and surgeons. And, we know the NHS is a hotbed of contention, sometimes even on this pod. However, my boy had to go in for a routine operation last
little
week.
Enzo.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be fully transparent here. I wasn't got it booked in.
Sorry.
Yeah, bless you. I only had a 6-week wait for it. It was a non-urgent one, but sort of then became urgent. I thought that's fine, that's good. Got all booked in now. Kids, particularly my child, needs a bit of a lead up for these things. got ourselves all ready the day before. We've got the overnight bag packed. We've got the ruddy Lego set for when he's finished. We've got it all going.
The build-up.
All the build-up.
Talks have happened.
We've even had we've got the restaurant booking for the tea he wants to have before the night before because he wanted a special tea before he said nil by mouth.
It's like the fucking death row dinner.
Isn't it? It bloody is. You're not joking, Lou. And then what happens?
Cancelled.
I get the phone call of doom. There's been an emergency. I'm afraid we're having to cancel your son's appointment. Well, at that point, I'm not going to lie, there were a few F&C bombs flying around. Anyway, few little phone calls made, but you know, it is what it is. Then, I'm going to do a big, massive shout out. So the next day came, the day of the op, and I'm thinking, well, fucking great.
Did he get 2 dinners? That's my question.
Did he get the dinner?
No, he did get the dinner because then I had to break the news to him. So
yeah,
he's all
but did you
up.
take him out for the dinner for the cancelled one?
Yeah.
And then when he had it, did he have the dinner?
No, because didn't have time for that shit.
Oh.
Babes, because this was great. This is where I'm like, yes. So I'm really happy that in my state of real annoyance of the day that I did keep my composure when I was ringing round various departments to try and find out what the F was going on, when they could give me another appointment, or should we go private? Like, what should we do here?
But do you not have private health insurance?
No, not for the kids for that. It just was a
you
routine.
should. Honestly, if you can afford it, which you can, you should definitely do it.
We have, but
because I just feel like, not that I'm having a dig at you, but you can afford private health insurance. And then if you would have had it, A, you would have got what you needed quicker, but B, you wouldn't have taken up a place for someone that can't afford it.
But on that note, we did look into it and the private wasn't any quicker with who we wanted to go with. It wasn't any quicker because so many people are going private now. There's actually a lot of wait lists for actually getting into certain private surgeons.
We need a whole shake-up of that. If I could run the NHS, I'd run it like a fucking business and it would be so much more efficient.
It probably would, to be fair.
And things would get done quicker, less people would die.
But also I did, so we actually did look at that option, and honestly, give or take a week, it was about the same. And then I just thought, well, no, do you know what? I also personally,
some people feel like, well, I pay and I put in and therefore I should get out, and I do relate to that.
So if I'm honest with you, partly that, but actually, and this is my personal opinion, I actually, and a lot of my family work in healthcare, and paediatrics through the NHS is actually a lot better than private because they're so, and I will speak from experience of having what we ended up having was this, because there's a whole system as opposed to them going to just a normal private hospital and it's a bit stark, you're in a normal room and it's all a bit kind of stark and sterile, as a grown-up. The paediatric system is phenomenal. So anyway, so that's why we stuck with it. But I did sort of say, if it's going to stick in.
Operation on her arm was NHS, and then I did private for after.
Yeah, and I think, as you say...
But when it's an emergency, I don't think you have much, like when her arm breaks. You don't have a lot of option.
You have to just go through it. And I think, all these decisions are so... And we're very lucky, Lou, because we do have a choice. Like, we do earn enough to be able to have that choice.
I just always think if you can pay and not put more strain on the system...
Yeah,
that's what. But it's just but then people think, well, I do pay, so I'm not a strain.
Exactly.
I contribute, and therefore, why shouldn't I
pay a lot of tax?
And then it's a bit like, well, then you're paying double whammy. Like I pay double whammy for everything,
exactly,
because I don't use any public services. Yeah, I pay into all of those public services and get nothing back.
Which is fair. And I do a bit of both, if I'm completely honest with you. So anyway, but it was more kind of the, God, now what do I do? Because I've got all these different, like no options, but lots of options. But anyway, and I'm so happy I just kept my calm because I was like, don't shoot the messenger.
Don't be an asshole.
Yeah, exactly. It's not their fault. And I'm going to name them now, I can't remember bloody names now. Oh God. No, oh my God, my brain. Jodie, and oh God.
Rachel.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Brain fart.
Well, you basically, Enzo had his op, and what happened? You had amazing nurses, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, but I need to give her a proper hello. I'm going to have to go Google it in a minute. No, I'm going to have to. Megan. Sorry. No, that was her surname. Sorry, God, sorry, Megan. She was amazing. Megan and Jodie, they called me the next day, and it was about 5 p.m. So the day of the actual op it was supposed to be, hence no second dinner. 5 o'clock, she rings me, and she goes... we've just had a cancellation come through for first thing in the morning. Would you like it for your boy? I was like, yes, I would. Thank you so much. You're like pathetically grateful. Anyway, so I got home because I was out at the time. I was like, boy, don't unpack that suitcase. We're going back in the morning. So we're up at 5. We're getting. I'm going to big shout out to Cambridge, Addenbrooke's Paediatrics.
Such a good hospital, Addenbrooke.
Brilliant. They're getting a new children's hospital built there as well soon. Yeah,
I spent a lot of time at Addenbrooke with my friend's little boy when he was
Well,
poorly
you'll
of
love this, Lou.
cancer.
I obviously got busy, didn't I? In my gratitude
Oh, God,
to
you
everybody.
volunteered
Big up
something.
Michelle on the desk as well, another Lufanian. No, when I left, because I was
Yeah.
like, you're all amazing. It was phenomenal. I cannot
You
fault
do
them. It
feel
was
like
phenomenal.
so grateful and indebted, and I did with the lovely nurses that looked after
Just brilliant.
Clemmy.
Brilliant.
You're just
And it was
because
such a
you're
well-oiled machine.
You're
So
so
vulnerable.
vulnerable,
Yes.
and you just don't know. And then you have these lovely, wonderful, reassuring people, and it's not their fault that they work in a place that's run by fucking monkeys.
They're
because the
underpaid
people
and they're overworked.
The people that work there are amazing,
Amazing.
and it's a shame for them and for us and for everybody else that it's run by fuckwits, and nobody can take the ball by the horns and actually, put the money where their mouth is and sort it out, because you're right. And you're so vulnerable, and they don't just look after the patients. They end up looking after you as a parent.
And what I thought was so brilliant, this is our first experience, quite honestly, of having to go through this with children as an actual inpatient operation. And every single medical team member was so on it, so kind, so brilliant. It ran like clockwork. Even just the little things like, they had the parents' room, which is all done by donations, but there was all love, that was so much in there. Enzo was clearly a bit distressed. The play team came round. Would you like to play on a Nintendo Switch? They have like a bank of those that have been donated.
Amazing.
And then it was so brilliant. And I think there's nothing more, and I had so many hundreds of DMs about it. There is nothing more lonesome in that moment when you hand your child over in the anesthetic room.
It's so awful.
And leave
Was
them.
he good going down?
He was really good boy.
See, you're lucky because, oh my God.
He had the pre-med.
But
I'm not
even
gonna
if
lie.
they don't, Indy fought it and Clemmy didn't. But even when they don't fight it, when you see that little and they go like
awful.
lifeless, it's quite
It's awful.
traumatizing.
It's really traumatizing.
And I'm pretty like hard nut. And I was like, and then you feel like and then you come out and you haven't got your kid and they've taken your kid away and the kid looks dead because they've been knocked out. And the nurse is there to give you a hug. And that hug is like,
everything.
honestly, those nurses deserve so much more than they get.
And you know what? And so many people said this, the amount of nurses that then whisper to the parents as you go into the anaesthesia room going, be strong, be strong. And then the minute that the child's gone under, then they're like, now let it out.
I know.
And I walked out, my mum had come with me, and
you're
I
like,
burst into, and you just say, it feels nothing more unnatural and against your instinct than leaving your in strangers' hands. And that's when you become emotional.
And their life is in their hands.
Your precious
Especially
little
the
child
anaesthetic.
that we slag off all the time.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
We do love them, though.
Exactly.
We do.
So when your baby is in the hand, you're thinking, I don't know what you're doing to my child now. And then, so anyway, I just want to say thank you to Addenbrooke's Cambridge. I know everybody that uses that hospital says the same.
It is
you're
an incredible
brilliant,
hospital,
you're amazing.
Addenbrooke's.
And my boy is brilliant. He's back at school and it's all been done. So I just wanted to say thank you. And also to the admin staff, because they always say they never get thanks. And
Thank
it's a
you, admin staff.
thankless task, I think,
it
being in the
is.
bookings department.
Jesus.
So thank you. You probably get a lot of shit. And thank you for being great. Anyway, that's that.
Oh, well, look, from one positive note to the next, we are going on our road trip this weekend. Please keep your eye on our socials, mainly
on a
our
road trip.
Instagram, which is at everything_LuAnna. We'll be on our road trip. You might be able to come and see us. I'm not sure what Imo, do you want to say anything? Because I don't really know
Yeah, I
what we're doing.
do.
This is
because
your guff, Imo.
These guys don't know what's going on. Basically, we're going on the road trip this weekend. We're going to see some of you.
We're going on a road trip. We're going to have a good
time.
We're driving. Are we? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, so we're going on the road trip this weekend. Keep an eye on all the socials because we'll give you all the behind the scenes.
I can't drive because I'm on a driving ban.
No, you're not on a driving ban. Everybody, if we're driving the mum bus, I still don't know if you've got us a party bus, but if we're driving my mum bus, everyone's insured because I have fleet insurance, actually.
We'll have, thank you for that, but we'll have the party bus. Imo's going to pull it out of the
Emma's
bag.
definitely got a hot driver with a hat for us.
We want a wrapped double-decker, like
Pete
footballer's
and
coach.
Sam had.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
That's coming, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good.
With lights, a disco ball.
Yeah.
A toilet each.
Disco. Anyway,
Yeah.
so then we're going this weekend. Then on Monday, it won't be the road trip episode.
Oh, I've just realised you've got a LuAnna t-shirt on.
I do. This is what I had for the blow-off.
Oh, yeah. Sorry,
It's got
carry
some
on.
of your pretty pictures on it. Anyway, so Monday will not be road trip. We're going to actually record that before the road trip. Sorry, guys. But that's just going to be a normal episode. Then
The following.
Wait for it.
Oh.
It comes to, what date is it? The 22nd of September.
We don't even know this, guys. Cool.
The 22nd of September,
Yeah.
you guys, it's going to be, you're not going to get enough of us. I mean, you are going to get enough of us. You're going to have so much. We're going to have
What am I
daily
doing?
episodes that week.
What?
Are we?
5 episodes of LuAnna.
Oh, God.
Not normal episodes.
Sounds like a lot of work for me.
Can I just say,
not a lot of
Lou
them.
and I are like, are we?
Not the normal episodes.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
But we're going to have like a normal episode, but we're also just going to have like a lot of road trip guff.
Okay.
Oh, we can
Yeah.
stuff in
From the
situ.
road trip.
So like they're not obviously going to be, we're not doing like 5
Hour-long.
hour long podcasts. Absolutely not, because no one can be fucked.
Also, no one wants to hear that.
And no one wants it.
They would. People
They would.
do.
They'd
People
take
do
it.
wanna hear it.
Anyway, there's going to be a lot of audio stuff. There's going to be a lot of YouTube bits. There's going to be bits going on
Big up,
socials.
Oh, yeah. Make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel
Yeah.
as well, which is LuAnna the podcast.
Everything.
No, it's not.
LuAnna,
It's
YouTube.
everything LuAnna
Thank you,
on
social media
YouTube.
manager Bex.
Because if you subscribe, you'll just get notifications of when all this jazz
Yeah.
is happening.
So you'll have so much content that week, and it'll be so fabulous.
It's going to be an overload.
And then after that, we'll be back to normal.
Imo, genuine question. Well, firstly, thank you for
It's
all
a
the hard
lot of
work.
editing for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for you,
Thank
Bex.
you. Yeah, you girls are incredible and we love you. Are you going to be storing up another Chernobyl fart for the fun bus?
Oh my God. I have never forgotten that fart you did.
Yeah, I'm going to be eating the beans, the eggs, the kale.
Oh no, I'm sharing a room with you.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're my roomie.
You know
You
what?
two roomies because I'm sharing with Mama Hilda.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Alex and
and then
Alex
Alex.
Alan, social media manager Bex, who are like couple.
Yeah. Social media manager Bex and Alex.
Oh, I might have to swap her out, Lou. I'll go with Hild.
I love sharing a room with Immo.
No,
My
I do.
We do
favourite
great.
memory.
She's a snuggle. I know
Immo
I
and
like my
I always
snuggles.
would share on tour. What? I don't know why. Anna's
know
a
why.
princess. And Immo and I, we just have the most
If
fun.
there was like a
What
spare
about
double,
us?
Anna would be like, it's mine.
Yeah, and I'd be like, that's mine. And me and Ims would be like, that's fine, we'll jump in together.
Yeah.
Best memories in Cardiff of us
yeah,
getting
so
into
good.
Oh,
bed
yeah.
together,
We went to Chippy
eating
Alley.
food, and then Immo and I being like, fuck it, let's get up again. And singing karaoke till like 2 a.m. with the Henniker twins. With Hi Boys. He's still listen, he's still always message.
Cute.
Well,
That's like, that was the best time.
I will look forward to prancing around naked
Lovely.
with you,
I
letting you
can't
motorboat
wait.
me.
Love
There we are. Right, here we go then. So it's time for
Did you know with Immo? Diddle-dun-dun.
Did you know this week comes from
The fun bus?
someone whose name I don't have. Lol.
Brilliant.
Sorry
Like
about
me
that.
and
Give
Megan.
them a
Hi,
porn
Megan.
star name
I lied.
quick.
I lied. It's Brett. It's a man.
Brett with his big jet.
Brett from Australia.
Oh, I bet he
We
has
have
got.
had a lot of Aussies recently.
I've noticed
Good
that.
day.
Oh my God, I had an argument with an Aussie in the
Another
airport.
one. You still being angry.
I was being angry.
Being angry Lou.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Angry Lou.
And I don't know. Well, shall I tell you before we do this?
Save, let's
Quick,
do. Let's
quick.
do. Okay,
I'll just save it.
go save
Okay.
it.
Okay.
I'm zen today.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Okay.
We'll take
He
it while we
said-
can.
I'll rant about it at the end.
Okay, perfect. Brett says, thanks for such light and laughable podcast.
You're welcome, Brett.
You make my 12.5-hour shifts at work so much more bearable.
Brett sounds sexy. I like the name Brett.
Brett.
Strong.
He
Sexy
spells it with
name.
an H. Breht.
I don't like Brett anymore.
Brecht. Anyway, he says, I'm currently devouring the back catalogue.
Told
Well
you,
done,
sexy.
Brett. Thank you, Brett. You get a tick from me.
Yeah. And I just got to the episode where you were talking about bees and worrying about robbing them. Do you remember that?
It was not that long ago, right?
No.
Yeah, because we were like robbing them when we take their.
the honey.
You were
honey
quite
homes.
impassioned about that.
We're like
actually, Lou.
destroying their home.
Yeah.
That and they're like, what are they making the honey for? And then we're just taking it.
I found a lone bee on my patio the other day.
Did you give it some sugar water?
I picked it up. Got the kids. I was like, save the bees, save the bees. Yeah, we looked after that bee. Anyway,
How could you tell the difference between a wasp and a bee, please?
Because the bees are bumblebees.
sort of-
Yeah, but
sort
not
of
all bees
rounder.
are
but not all.
bumble.
Well, I learnt this when I went beekeeping.
this wasn't a
in
bumble
Italy.
one. This was
'Cause
another
some
bee.
bees look like wasps.
They do.
Yeah.
I think the wasp buzzes more.
Right.
Is this a question or are
That
you
was a
asking
general
us?
question.
Okay,
for you.
good, right. What's
Anyway,
Brett?
Brett says, I had to write in and share I had to share just one of the many weird things I've learned from owning a flow hive.
Oh, Brett's
because
a
the bee world
beekeeper,
is
Brett.
bloody mind-blowing.
Ooh.
Did you know that a queen bee only leaves the hive once in her life?
Yes, I did, because I learnt this.
And when
Didn't
she
know once in
does,
her life.
it's to fly to a male bee orgy zone where she mates with multiple drones, in brackets, male bees.
You love a drone, Lou.
Those lucky males, they serve their only purpose and die from ejaculation.
Knew
They
that.
shag and die.
Yeah, we knew that.
The queenie then flies back to her hive
Lays all
and
the
becomes
eggs.
a baby-making machine, laying over 1,500 eggs a day without ever needing to mate again.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks again for the laughs and banter, Brett.
And then when does the queen bee sniff
That's
it?
where horny bee.
Is that a phrase?
The expression horny bee.
Horny bee?
Is that an
I've
expression?
never heard of horny bee.
Well, I might have just made that up.
But we should, Lou.
I think it's quite good.
Horny bee.
You're a
I think
horny
horny
bee.
rabbit.
I've
No,
never heard
shagging
horny
like
bee.
rabbits. No. Yeah,
I've
horny
never heard of a
bee.
horny
No.
bee. Bex, have you heard of a horny bee?
Like a nervy bee, yes.
I've never
That's
heard of
what
nervy
Anna
bee.
suffers from.
What?
Nervy
Nervy bee. I've
Yeah.
never heard of that one.
Nervous breakdown.
Oh, a nervy bee. Oh, yeah, that's me. No, mentee
Well,
bee.
thank you, Brett. Very interesting.
Thank you, Brett.
I did actually like
Brett,
that.
the beekeeper.
Might I say, Imogen? Very well read.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Right, we've got a message from Jane now. She says, "Hi, Imo, Anna, and Lou." Well, that threw me.
Hasn't quite got the
Not got
ring
the
of
same
it.
ring.
But that's
It
okay.
just needs to be
That's
LuAnna.
okay. That's okay.
That is weird. That's probably
Right,
her
Anna and Lou.
order of favourites.
Yeah.
She probably likes
Yeah.
Imo, then you, then me.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
well,
why
well.
else would you not write LuAnna? Because clearly I
Or-
always come first.
Hey. Or maybe just,
Weird. Very weird. That threw me. Right, I'm a long-time listener. No, she definitely likes him the most. And I absolutely love your pod. It's the highlight of my week. I thought I'd write in with a couple of funny stories. Please give me a granny name, as these stories have to be anonymous.
Right.
What? So did you call her Jane? Or is
Yeah, I did call her Jane Soz.
So
Plain Jane.
Yeah.
no, Jizzy Jane.
Jizzy Jane.
Jizzy
How do you
Jane.
know?
Jizzy Jane. Well, because it's a porn star
Oh,
name.
no, I've just seen gag
I'm a
warning.
retired police detective, and these are a couple of stories. Oh, we love this.
Now we're in.
Oh,
Cool, get
From when I was
settled
a
in.
police officer.
Sit up straight, everybody.
If you're watching on YouTube,
we
you would
go.
have seen us just both sit
Yep,
up and
that's
adjust
it. We've adjusted.
position. If you're not watching on YouTube and you're listening, you
should
can
be.
go and watch us on YouTube.
Right, here we go.
Gag warning,
Right,
Anna.
I'm here. I'm ready.
One night when working in uniform, I was on patrol with a male colleague when I saw a man stood facing a wall with his pants around his ankles, looking like he was having a wee. We stopped the police car and I got out to speak to him. I tapped him on the arm and said, "Hey, you can't be doing that." He ignored me and continued to face the wall. I took hold of his arm and turned him around, only to find that he's got his erect penis in his hand and he's having a wank. Right at this moment, he ejaculates up the arm of my fluorescent yellow coat. I screamed, as this was quite horrific, as his cum is now dribbling down my arm. He's drunkenly trying to apologise, and my colleague, who at this point has got out of the police car, is pissing himself laughing. He shouts up on the radio and tells everyone that I've been spunked all over. A couple of minutes later, more officers arrived to have a laugh at me.
Straight on that radio.
As I'm still stood there with my arm covered in spunk. He got arrested and I had to be helped out of my police coat, trying not to get hit with the dribbles coming off it.
Can I
He
just
got
say?
arrested for spunking on a police
Can I just
car.
say? I've got a few police officer friends, and they would have been round there like a
gross.
rat up a drain pipe to have a gorp.
Imagine that. What, have you got any criminal record? Yeah, I spaffed all over a police woman.
Jizzed on a.
She says, second gag warning. I'm now working in CID. Oh, she's got promotion, babes.
Come on, Babs.
And had to attend a post-mortem with a colleague. We did heads or tails before we arrived at the mortuary, and he got the short straw doing exhibits with the pathologist while I was sat comfortably behind glass making notes. The body of this man was wheeled out, and I've never seen anything like it. He was green.
Oh no,
He died of sepsis, and his body had gone mouldy.
dear. Oh,
My colleague informed me that the smell was horrific, but thankfully I couldn't smell anything from where I was sitting. During the exam, the pathologist needed to take fingernail clippings from the dead man. My colleague took hold of the man's hand, holding an exhibit bag underneath the hand as the pathologist began to snip away the man's fingernails. Suddenly, my colleague frantically jumped backwards, spitting and pouring at his mouth with his hands.
What happened? What happened?
using the microphone that was attached to a speaker in the mortuary room. I asked him what the problem was, and he replied, his fingernail gone into my mouth. And I nearly fell off the chair laughing.
Ooh, it could have been worse.
Or he ate a dead man's finger.
I thought we were going to have some sort of juice.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Wouldn't
juicy.
it be nice though? Like
Also, think about how much bacteria is under a nail anyway, let alone a dead one.
Oh, keep up the amazing work, guys. You bring so much joy to all of us Lufanians every week. And if these stories have made you laugh, and by some miracle you do read them, can you do me a massive favour? Give my book a plug.
Yeah, why not?
It's full of funny stories about what really happens in the police.
Oh.
It's called Police Confidential, What Really Goes On Behind the Thin Blue Line. Jane Doe. Love you all.
Quite brave, Jane, to stick yourself out there. I hope none of that's confidential.
Well, Jane Doe is
Jane Doe.
Alias.
her
Yeah,
alias.
her
that's
alias.
the dead woman alias, isn't
Yeah,
it?
but
You're a
never-
Jane Doe.
No, well, I'll be up for reading that. Thank you for that.
Send
babe.
us a free copy.
Yeah. Hashtag cheapskates. Right, message from Anonymous next. So, Colleen. Hey, LuAnna, I adore the podcast. Thank you, lovely. I have a feeling because of you ladies, I have a reputation of being the crazy dog walking lady. I'm always laughing out loud to you both. But hey ho, that's the least of my worries at the moment. Please keep me anon, Colleen. Can you fall out of love with someone if they take too long to propose? This is her question. I'm a mid-30s female and I have been with my boyfriend for 8 years. 8 years. We have been in our house for 2 years and spent 3 years living in his parents, saving for a deposit. So 5 years living together, cohabiting. Recently, my little sister got married. Her husband is fantastic and I'm so happy for them. It really was the most beautiful day and she looked incredible. But I couldn't help but get a little teary-eyed for the fact that that wasn't me. We've had a lot of weddings over the last few years with friends and family. Everyone is always saying soon it'll be your turn. And I just smile and say, hopefully, whilst cringing on the inside. My boyfriend knows I would prefer to be married before having children, which I also want. But recently the clock in my head has gotten so loud, I have this constant hurt feeling in my chest when someone is talking about a wedding or engagement. Oh God, I remember feeling like this. Or even pregnancy and that it isn't me. I felt this when I broke up with my boyfriend before I met Alex. I really did. My family have been dropping hints at him too. I recently found out last year that my mum gave him my nan's wedding ring. I found out from my sister and he has never showed it to me or mentioned having it.
Oh, they need it back then.
Oh, yeah. Unless he's planning on doing it and everyone is like, cock blocking him all the time and he wants to keep it a surprise. Anyway, am I wrong to put a time limit on things? I don't want to leave him. I love him. But the proposal is the one thing he has to do and organise. I organise everything out. Everything. I organise holidays. I even pack for him. Bills. And even my birthday. Oh, darling, really? He hands me his wallet and tells me to book somewhere. I want him to do this off his own back. I'd be happy getting engaged in a muddy dog field, but I want him to do it off his own back without feeling pressurised to do it. I don't know how to bring the conversation up and be like, my feelings are hurting now, that this isn't happening, without it coming across like I'm begging him to do it. Ugh, what do I say? What do I do? Any help would be appreciated. P.S. Money isn't an issue. He has a great job and earns a bucket load, and I'm not doing too bad myself.
Well, do you know what? I think you just need to sit down and have a chat and say, look, we've been together for 8 years. We've been living together for 5. I know that we've discussed our future, but I just want to revisit. Like
Have they though?
Well,
have they discussed?
Well, maybe have they, haven't they? But he actually might just be plodding along and not want to marry you and not see a future with you and not want children with you.
Right.
And, you know, he might have just taken the nan's ring because your mum offered it and he felt awkward and obliged. But I actually really do think that you need to sit down and say, look, you know, this is what I see in my future. Do you see that with me? Please be honest with me. Because if you don't, and if he doesn't, then you might be, you know, looking at pursuing with somebody else and not continuing together.
Or being okay in a committed relationship.
Well, she's not okay with that though.
No, but if she has the answer from him that so my point being, I've got a couple of friends actually who they've been together for 10 years. She really wanted to get married. He just, you know, wasn't putting a ring on it. They've gone on to have children and he just has really strong views on marriage now that he's not into it. He's got reasons for that. But actually, they ended up having a family together. They have a house together.
Well, when you have kids with someone, that's more of a commitment than marriage ever is, I think.
Yeah, but they did have that big conversation. Yeah. Was it something that she could compromise on not getting married, but then being in a committed relationship and that commitment showing up in other ways? The answer was yes. It wasn't, I don't want to marry you because I don't want to marry you. Yeah. He just doesn't believe in marriage. Like, he finds it too much pressure. And it also said, like, he's getting so fed up with everyone constantly saying to him, when are you going to propose? Yeah. When are you going to propose? And he's like, literally, he's quote unquote, when I felt like everybody zapped any bit of joy and spontaneity out of it for us. Now, that's just one isolated case. But to Lou's point, I agree. You need to sit down and go, look, this is what I want. What do you want? And if you don't want it,
in our future,
what is the future looking like for us? And to your point, if it's a deal breaker for you, then it's a deal breaker for you.
Oh, good luck,
Bless
lovely.
you. I feel for you. I also think he needs to be doing a little bit more, babes.
We've got another message in now from Stace. She says, hi, LuAnna. So I've been wanting to share this story for years now when I first listened to your podcast. I thought this story was right up your street, and I look back at my life the last 20 years and there are some good, steamy sex stories I can still vaguely remember. But this memory is embedded into my brain. I was 16 years old at the time with a rock star boyfriend who was one of the popular grungy kids in high school, and I fancied the pants off him. I often thought about all the firsts we were going to have. I was a complete newbie to anything sex related or oral sex, so I wanted to be the best for when it happened. After a year of finally getting together, we were eager to do bits. We were in his grungy bedroom and he was persistent for me to give him a blowjob. As I made my way down there...
No.
Oh no.
Gag warning.
I started to smell a foul-smelling odour that only strongly resembles strong cheesy bum smell.
Oh God.
Cheesy bum smell. As it was my first time, I didn't want to look shy. I tried to push the
Stop it, I'm triggered.
I started to suck him off. Pull back his foreskin where there was a thick layer of white stringy grubbins around his bell end. The smell was so bad I was gagging into his dick. The taste made me want to vomit and my eyes were watering. I mean, she's a trooper. She just kept on going, hunkering down on that smegma. I found myself building up with saliva because I didn't dare swallow what was in my mouth. Trying to look sexy, as this was my first time, I pulled my big girl pants on and swallowed as I licked the cheese from his dick. Why do girls do this? I thought, wow, glad that's over. That was disgusting. Hoping I got away with it for a while longer. Fast forward a few days later, we were back in his bed. She went back for seconds, for fuck's sake. I've lost all sympathy now.
Get me a Xanax, please.
She's back in his bedroom a few days, and he's eager for round 2.
No.
He was, however, eating a Crunch Corner yogurt and asked me if I've ever sucked anyone off with food on their dick. I replied, trying to act all cool, and was like, yeah. And he proceeded to pour the Crunch yogurt onto his dick with the chocolate and white balls sprinkled on top. I literally wanted to shrivel up and die. He pushed my head onto his dick and the smell of the yogurt and his cheesy bell end had me gagging for life. As the remnants was in my mouth, he must have thought this was a turn on and obviously had no idea of the stringy cheese he had wrapped around his foreskin. Fast forward 20 years and I can no longer
Don't tell me she got
look at a
married.
Miller Crunch Corner yogurt the same way. As the thought seeps into my core, every time I put a Crunch Corner yogurt into my daughter's packed lunch. Screaming, crying, throwing up. Love you girls.
Stace, I went through
XOXO.
a smorgasbord of emotions on that one. That was a roller coaster.
Remember, if you want to get in touch, email us, LuAnna at everythingluanna.com. You can also drop us a WhatsApp, 07745 266 947.
I've got BO from that stress.
Look,
right.
This is a story for us.
Right, yeah, newsy bits. Quickly moving on. Posting photos. Well, I've known about this for a long time, actually, though. Not everyone does. But posting photos of your kids' faces hidden with an emoji may no longer be safe. Well, I'd always heard this. You should never do it now.
AI tech.
Yes. So the trend of covering kids' faces with emojis, which is what I do sometimes.
And me.
Yeah, is popular amongst many parents and even celebs when posting pictures to social media. However, thanks to advancements in AI...
Scary.
Covering your kid's face with an emoji may not be enough to protect them. Yeah, I've heard
But AI
this.
doesn't know what the face is like underneath. But it says while AI may not be able to predict what a child looks like, safety experts warn that if you're consistently posting pictures of your children, even with their faces covered, it is able to accurately analyse photos to gather crucial information. So it can detect patterns to gather info. So it could look at all the photos you've ever posted of your child, add the info into like a knowledge database, and then pull it out to...
So like things like your workplace address, travel logs, even favourite restaurants and places to visit to come up with key points about your child. Now, in lieu of a face, another outlet even warned that AI can swap out an emoji covering your child's face.
Just stick a different face
with
in.
another face, leaving the altered photo to be used for other potentially harmful purposes, like editing into a photo for blackmail or sharing with predators.
Wow.
Lisa Ventura, who's the founder of cybersecurity Unity, told The Independent, I need to be brutally honest here. Putting an emoji over a child's face provides virtually no real privacy protection whatsoever.
That's that then.
And unfortunately, cybersecurity experts warn the videos of your kids, especially if the videos contain their voices, may be even more ripe for risk. That's interesting. I didn't know that, actually.
I didn't know that.
No.
I mean, this is just the scary thing about AI, isn't it, I think? And I think as well that there needs to be like laws around AI because the problem is, and I say this all the time, the technology is moving so quickly that the law can't move quick enough. But there does need to be like a crackdown on it because it's really frightening what you can do.
And there's so much that and it's not just about sort of showing our images of our kids, but we've often talked about this. I do a lot of work with my sort of kids counsellor hat on around platforms like Roblox, which has now come under fire again even more recently.
Roblox is the devil.
It's such a worrying space. But I mean, interesting. So Lou and I don't show our kids on social media. Lou hasn't for longer than I have. And then I decided to not do. I used to years ago, but then I didn't, quite honestly, because
with Dixie I used to, and then I didn't. Now she's older, and she can consent.
But it was
to me, and she's on socials. I do.
Yeah, and it was my son Enzo that actually didn't like it. He didn't like it if I was showing photos, and actually Alex, my husband, also had a real issue around it because he'd been reading up on all this stuff around, about how they can be used. I think no shade on, because plenty of our friends, share their kids on social media, and I think it is, that's up to them. But for me, and I think for what Lou and I do, probably because Lou and I have seen a lot more of the darker side of it, down to what we do for a job, down to some of the messages. I have had some inappropriate messages about my children in the past. It doesn't half make you pull up your drawbridge, let me tell you. So I choose not to share my children just because I don't need to. And I think it's until they have their own
we don't need
experience.
to for our work. I mean, some of our friends, that is their living, right? And then I don't know how, I don't know still how I feel about people making money from their children.
Well, I think we talked about that, didn't we, quite a while ago? And I think that's being looked into.
But like Sam Fairs is a very good friend, and she did the Mummy Diaries, and the kids are all, so it's just, it just depends. And we really still don't know and won't know until 50 years' time about the dangers and implications of sharing the kids online. And it is just to sit tight and wait and see.
You can only do what is right, I think, for you and your family. Yeah. And at the moment, that's our choice as a family. But we may change our minds. And if we do, then that's that.
I think as well, when they're old enough to consent, like Dixie, puts herself on Snapchat and TikTok, whatever she does.
Question for you.
And if I have a picture, I'll always ask Dixie.
Yeah, can I put it?
Yeah.
Actually, and I'm curious to know your thoughts on this, actually. So Enzo has been desperate to want to do a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Right? And I think this is also...
but
it's also important to know, that this is part of what they like doing.
It's part
creating,
of life,
creativity.
But also, it is part of life and jobs. I mean, look at social media management. It's your job.
But technology in the digital age is creating a wonderful wealth of opportunity.
Amazing jobs and future.
Yeah, and Enzo he's very creative. He likes to do what I do. He likes what I do. So he has literally been asking again this week, because it's his birthday in a couple of weeks, can I have a YouTube channel? And we've sort of said no. You can't have one anyway unless you're over 13 in your own right, but you could, but I can, because you parental guidance. So we have been having this conversation about it. He is. Yeah, parental guidance I can, but you have to control my YouTube channel. So, and Alex is actually weirdly okay with it. I'm not okay with it. But we did say to him, but at the same time, if he wants to create videos videos. We said, well, what videos do you want to create? And he likes to do them on Lego and Minecraft.
He can still make videos.
Exactly.
You just don't need to put it out to the world.
Exactly. So we've sort of said we're in the middle of looking into it. I said, well, look, as long as we can tightly, he knows why. We have really open chats with him around it. If we can do it so it's private settings and you can send it to your friends or your families or something, or family members. I don't know. We're looking into it.
I just think, my kids I don't even let them on YouTube now after my hissy fit this summer and getting rid of the iPads. They're not even allowed to watch YouTube.
Well, is that what they were watching before?
Yeah, I just think YouTube, Roblox, it just affects their psyche, it affects their behaviour. And then, I think...
I will agree with that.
Both of my children, Clemmie's 7, Indy's just 9... They still sleep with comforters every night.
Yep.
They still cry and want their mummy when they cry.
Yep, same.
They still need my help getting dressed sometimes, washing, brushing their teeth. Why?
When they're sick, they want to come to you.
When you've got children that are still crying for their mummy, sleeping with a comforter at night, and are so dependent on you, would you open them up into a world of absolute unknown, a world of scrutiny, a world of unknown, a world of predators? It's not safe and it's not right. And we have to protect our children. And you think you're being nice. No. You can make your little TikTok. You can go on Roblox and play Roblox and dress to impress and all that mine were playing. And they're not able for it. No. They are not able mentally, emotionally to cope with that.
But also, Lou, they're doing
not.
It. But I think a big part as well,
even
they're doing
giving them mobile phones in year 7, they don't know the etiquette of how to message. I had problems with Dixie when she first got a phone. And now that she's, 15 looking at 16, she knows what's an acceptable tone to write in a message and she knows what acceptable is. But, you give your kids even an iPad like mine had and then they've got messaging on there and they're allowed to message their friends. And they're still sending then they FaceTiming their friends and things on their iPads. And they don't know how to deal with that level of technology. They are not able for it. These are children that still want fish fingers and chips for dinner. They still want their mummy at night. Some children are still wetting the bed at 7 years old, 8 years old, and yet you're allowing them on this technology. It's just wrong. And I've just got rid of it. I'm sick of preaching. I'm sick of going on about it now. And I was like, do you know what? Preach what I fucking write. And I got rid of them. And I'm not replacing them. And I did a flight home without them, and guess what? It was absolutely fine. We're flying to Dubai with the kids in October, and I'm not replacing their iPads.
They can watch the telly.
They can watch the telly. They can get colouring and all that. It's just, for me, and look, every parent does what they want, but their children, they're little and they're babies and they're just mentally and emotionally not able to process it. I think.
Yeah, and I think, I'm on the same lines with you, and I think we strictly control it and have actually been reducing it.
No, not having a dig at you about it. I'm not digging you out. No. If you do that for Enzo, that's fine. But
I'm not thinking, I don't feel like you are at all.
I just think it's risky.
But for me, it's when I was asking him, I fully am in line with everything you said, Lou. Genuinely, I am. For my own reasons, not because I'm like, whatever you said.
I think,
but for me, it's the. I said, what do you want a YouTube for? And this was, I thought, was the most. Because I said, I'm fine with the creative side of it.
But what is it for?
It's validation. Yeah. It's the likes. That's what they're looking for, the external validation. They want their mates to see it. They see Ryan's world, getting all these likes. And you know why? And I already hear it in Enzo's language. He's like, because he hears it, don't forget to subscribe. I mean, we say it on our podcast, but we're adults, right? And this is our job. Don't forget to subscribe. And I said to him, right, that for me is the issue here. It's the external validation, which I'm always preaching about, giving
because
that
it
empowerment
leads to unhappiness.
Kids. Exactly. So I said to him, this was my compromise. He's got one of those kiddie zoom camera things, and with a green screen thing. Now, obviously, like most things with kids, it's when the house moved, where has it gone?
Yeah.
Well, we found it, and I said, you know what? You can make those videos. I said, because if all you're doing it's because you want your creative outlet, we can do that. We can show your grandparents. We can show this. We can even send it into your school. The school have an online system, where you share tapestry and seesaw and stuff like that. If you want to share your year group, we can do it. But I said, for me, that is where it stops. I don't want fucking so-and-so in Timbuktu liking my kid's account. And I said to my boy, I said, look, you don't understand that. But he doesn't understand that validation.
Because he's too young for it. And that's exactly why. They're just And then I know that we say, well, jobs of the future and they should learn how to use tech. When it's appropriate, they should learn how to use tech. A 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old
they're not mature enough.
Does not need to know how to go on YouTube and upload a video because it might not even be their job. You know, if you get to be older, you didn't have it when you were younger, Bex, and now it's your job and you excel at that job. So yes, there's an argument for, well, we're trying to educate kids of the future, but
there's a way of doing
every single point, there's a way of when that education and when that knowledge needs to come into play. It's like how I feel about sex education and what we expose them to in school. You know, I think that some of the things that we teach them are very confusing now at school. And until you get an age of understanding, we bombard our children with so much that they don't need to know, and we rob them of their innocence.
I also think as well, as parents, we do need to get on board with what they want to do and the whys. Like me drilling down with Enzo, why do you want this? What's it for? And because it is comparison, which is perfectly normal. Everyone does it. Peer support. And actually, I've been doing a bit of work with Instagram, teen accounts, and that's actually, you know how we're always lambasting tech companies for not doing, and I'm not just saying this as because I'm full disclosure, I am working with Instagram on this.
They're paying us to say it now, guys.
No. But this is legit, which is out there because only just starting being rolled out. They have these teen accounts, which are so robustly restricted.
But why do we need these teen accounts?
We don't need to.
We don't need them.
But if a child is, but if they are existing, I agree with you. But
it doesn't need to happen. It doesn't need to happen. I'm telling you, it's the demise of our fucking society.
Do you see Australia banned YouTube?
Good for them.
Under 16s, Australia's got the ban through.
Because there's so much research coming through now about how bad it is. It's unnecessary. You've got a whole frigging nation of people that are riddled with anxiety, that are riddled with mental health issues that we didn't used to see. And I'm telling you, I'm sure that it's down to social media.
Did you see
and all of the, and we're to blame. You know, we've always got our phones.
We enable everything.
I try really consciously now not to be on my phone all the time in front of the kids, which is hard, and it's hypocritical of me. It's my job.
I
am an influencer, and I fucking hate influencers. But I just think that there's.
But do you boundary your time on the phone around the kids? Because I do that.
I do, but
it's really important.
There's just a time and a place, and
I agree.
And a child that. For me, it was just, you know, like Clemmy tried to have a sleepover, her first sleepover this weekend. She's 7 years old. She's nearly 8. And I get a phone call at 10:30. She's crying because she's left her muzzy at home. And can I come and pick her up? 45 minutes away, by the way. So I had to do an hour and a half round trip to pick. And I just thought, oh my God, she's a baby. She's still a baby. She wants her mummy and she wants her muzzy. And there is no...
They think
nothing
they're older
more
than they
in
are.
my mind that made me think I've done absolutely the right thing, taking away that technology, that world of what frankly is, I think, evil and unknown. I sound like a bloody church preacher, don't I?
Take it to church.
But I just think that it's not necessary. It's just not necessary.
It's not necessary.
It's not necessary.
This
and
is
there
what I
are
say. You can
different
do your
ways
Lego
to make your
videos,
kids
your cooking
happy.
videos, but no one else needs to see them other than you.
It doesn't even need to be a video though. Just live in the fucking moment and cook the food and eat the food with your family and be happy about that. Like I don't really post that much on Instagram anymore. Like I don't really, like Bex had to say to me the other day, you do need to put some other content up to dilute the LuAnna stuff. And so I've like been, you know, just posting pictures and shit because it dilutes. Otherwise, my whole bloody feed is full of you. But
Pete Willis has to do that. I noticed Pete often says that. He goes, my manager told me to post a photo of something that's not me and Sam. So here it is.
Yeah, that's like me and you, because I'm just not interested in people knowing as much about my life as I've previously let them know.
Oh, that's fine. It's your choice.
Because it's just, why? Why do we need to do it? Anyway, we could go around in circles.
We could, but I think...
Don't let Enzo have the YouTube. I'll defriend you. Next news story.
Astronauts on deep space missions may have to...
Rank.
Oh, we talked about this the other week about
what do they do?
The poo capsules may have to eat their own recycled poo. Astronauts on deep space missions may have to eat their own recycled poo. Boffins say...
Which boffins?
Could be like Marmite.
Well, I like Marmite.
And
what if you're an astronaut and you don't like Marmite?
You're in trouble. You're going to have to try. Researchers say that spacecraft travelling to far-flung parts of the solar system will not be able to carry vast food supplies. They're trying to work out ways that grub can be recycled to offer nutrition without taking up valuable space.
Wow.
So scientists have proved it is possible to rapidly break down solid and liquid waste to produce more food using a similar technique deployed for fish in aquariums. They said it was faster than growing tomatoes. This is very interesting. So this sort of person said, we envisioned and tested the concept of simultaneously treating astronauts' waste with microbes while producing a biomass that's edible, either directly or indirectly, depending on safety concerns. It's a little strange, but the concept would be a bit like Marmite or Vegemite, where you're eating the smear of microbial goo.
Do you know what?
How do you fancy that, Lou? A bit of microbial goo on your taste?
Why are we, as humans and on Earth, obsessed with just wanting more all the time? Just let the fucking solar system exist. We're here on Earth, right? We don't need to be sending people off into God knows where eating their own shit. It's not necessary. We're just so obsessed with power and like knowing shit and owning stuff and everything being ours. We've got to go and investigate. We've got to take ownership of that. Fucking let the aliens be.
That's what we've taken from this. Let the aliens be. Well, there you go. We could be eating poo, coming to a space station near you. There we go. Oh, what is it? Poo has proved a sticky problem. It's currently ejected into the Earth's atmosphere
From the space station.
Interesting.
And we're not polluting the other atmosphere. I mean, we're just a nation of greedy, polluting.
Strong.
That is what we are as humans. And the more we exist, the more greed and the more we try and get. It's actually really bad. I'm going to go and be a Buddhist.
I was about to say, Lou, I feel like we've got some sort of life change coming around here.
I just feel like, you know, as a human race, I'm not sure about us. I'm really not. What are we even doing right now here?
I mean, we're just sitting, just chatting, waiting to die.
But why? Right. Why are we here talking? Why are people? I'm going to go down a rabbit hole.
We've gone down a rabbit hole. It's the Weirdo of the Week.
Something more lighthearted, like a camel toe.
Caramel toe.
Caramel toe, that's the name.
Yeah, caramel toe.
Good one, Ems.
Nice,
I like it.
Nice. Right, hi girls, love the pod. Please keep me anon, just in case I am a weirdo. Am I the weirdo of the week? I like to scrape off the crusty white stuff off my knickers.
Fucking humans.
And eat it when I'm sat on the loo. Am I the only one that does this?
Well, you could fly into space and become an astronaut.
I mean, she says keep doing you. Thanks, honey. I mean, I would say you do you, but I wouldn't be scraping off the crusty.
Sometimes, though, I do give it a little scrape, but I don't eat it. I just think, oh, that was a dischargey day. Heavy day of discharge.
Busy day.
Good body cleanse day. It's just your body cleansing.
It's when you crack them.
Yeah.
Oh, the dust.
The dust. Right. And we've got a voice note. Gloria Holes.
You have treated us this week.
Good morning, ladies. So I had a question. Am I a weirdo? I hope to God I've sent this to the right number and I'm not just about to expose myself with my name.
That would be funny.
And picture fully on WhatsApp. Anyway, I digress.
You're safe.
Am I a weirdo? I love to pull my tampon out in the shower and squeeze the blood out of it and just watch it like all over the floor.
So weird.
And I love to tread on it and really inspect what's coming out of it. And I squeeze it until it's clean, and then I feel happy just leaving it just there in the bin. What do you think? Is that weird? Mm-hmm. And also, if you've received this message and this is not going into LuAnna the podcast, ignore everything I've said. I'm lying. I don't do it. Please don't tell my work. I don't want to get the sack or potentially sectioned or put in prison for my behaviour. Thank you.
I would say it is repulsive behaviour, but thank you for sending it in, Gloria Holes.
That is weird. You should have called her Bloody Mary.
Very good.
There she is.
Very good.
There she is.
There you go.
Thank you. Two very big weirdos of vaginal
Who's
fluid.
weirder?
Well, the tampon squeezer, I think.
Well, yeah.
Defo, don't you?
I mean,
Like a
eating
sponge.
discharge is also
that's
weird.
also rank.
That's true.
It's,
I think it might be a joint.
This is the level we get to now.
we are scraping the barrel like she's scraping her knickers.
Brilliant.
But thanks, girls. We appreciate it. You're both weird. Congrats. It's that time of the week. Lou, you were going to rant at the top about something. Is it the same thing?
Well, I'll just tell you what happened because I had another argument.
Oh, who with?
With the Australian.
With the Australian.
It's the angry moment of the week.
I'll tell you next week about the fight I had.
Oh, God.
I had an actual visit. Did I tell you about this?
Who with? Wait, save for it next week. But who was
Okay.
it? Just give us a
Little tease.
I was in a nightclub and I actually had a physical fight with a man.
Where?
In Portugal.
Right, ignore that. Right, save that next week.
Park it.
Park it.
Park it.
Right, what's
Right,
this
anyway, so this one, just another airport rant for all the that have been
Strong.
flying this summer. So,
Lots flying now, Lou. The people without kids now go on holiday.
well, just stop flying, please. Just clear the airways for me. Basically, I'm coming through Stansted. Can I also just say Stansted is filthy. It's disgusting. It's one of the filthiest airports like ever. It's just, why don't they get cleaners? I don't know. But anyway, come in with my trolley. Very
Going
busy.
in or going out?
Coming out.
Yeah.
Got all my luggage post-holiday. Done the flight without the iPads. Was actually fine.
Good.
Loaded up my trolleys.
Did the bags.
Walking through. Some fucking dickhead is just standing in the walkway. There's loads of people trying to get through. She's just there. Her and her mum, I
It's the
think.
arrivals bit.
The arrivals.
Yeah. Congested.
Like, but to the left, right, there was a wall empty. So I said, as I'm trying to navigate my lorry,
Sorry.
it felt like I was
Yeah.
trying.
Your caravan and
trolley.
family.
Yeah,
Trolley.
nine trolleys.
Not.
Nine suitcases and 3 trolleys,
a lot.
and the kids. And she's just fucking standing there like a gormless fuckwit.
Doing what? On the phone?
No, just standing, just
Gormo.
existing in Gormo land. She's like fucking no. So anyway, I was like, that's not a very good place to stand. She went, well, I'm just standing here. And I went, well, you can see it's. I just lost it again.
Off
I don't
she
know why.
goes.
I
The
just,
kids are like,
She's got the
hooray!
anger.
I've got anger. But it's just fucking stupid people again. And I said, why would you stand here in the middle of a walkway where everybody's trying to walk? We're all trying to exit the airport. We've got trolleys, we've got suitcases, and you have just planted yourself like the
In the
fucking
middle.
in the middle, like the Statue of Liberty. Why are you
What are you
standing
doing,
there?
Doris? What are you
And she
doing?
was like, well, you know, you're very rude. And I went, yeah, I am rude and you're fucking stupid. I said, there's a wall there. Go and stand next to the wall with your bags and all your shit, whatever you're doing. Just stand there.
Did she?
What goes through these people's minds? It kills me inside. Every time I encounter someone with below par intelligence, a little piece of me dies and I'm nearly dead.
You're nearly deadly.
I'm nearly fucking dead. They're killing me. These people. They're fucking stupid.
You should have gone
every
over- you
time.
should have gone to that
I
wall.
feel like, oh, there's another one. Dead again. Like, go and stand by the wall. Just use your fucking brain and your. What's happened to logic? What has happened to just people using their? But they haven't got brains. What people are breeding to create these fuckwit people? They need to stop breeding. And she was Australian. And then the only
We love you,
conclusion
Australia.
that I could have to try and make this okay, because we're big fans of Australians. We have a big Australian following
Yeah,
on
we
this
love our
podcast.
Aussies, yeah.
Is that maybe she's just so happy and laid back and I'm so uptight and English
Maybe
and
she's
angry.
jet lagged. Maybe she came from Australia.
Well, she didn't flying into Stansted.
She didn't.
But
You're
she
right.
could have passed through Dubai actually and then flown into Stansted.
What I want to know
But
is,
it really fucked me off.
did she go to the wall?
No, we just had an argument and then I rammed her with my trolley.
Can I
and
also
walked
ask,
off.
though, in the argument, did you then block up the space for people to get past you? Or did you?
Well,
all
yeah,
move out
because
the
I was
way?
arguing with 3 trolleys and 9 suitcases.
So did anyone behind you end up?
Well, they
getting
all just
arsey?
watched me argue with the fuckwit gormless Australian.
So it was a melee.
It was a
sounds
melee.
like a
But
melee
whatever,
of-
she shouldn't have been standing there. But what goes through people's minds?
I know.
Like, I would be
Think
okay,
of
I'm not
others.
going to stand in the middle of here in everybody's way.
Yeah. Just move along.
Just go and
move
stand
along.
over there.
Move along.
But why don't people do it? It's really starting to get, honestly, I just can't be around people any longer.
It's a problem, guys, because Lou is now practically dead. You know, as you say,
They're killing
she's
me.
practically dead.
A little piece of me dies.
I think we can all relate to
Every
this. Gormless
time.
people. I found it when I was in hospital the other day in the Costa coffee queue. You know, when you're trying to pay for your coffee, and then there's people waiting for their coffees,
Yeah.
but then it's like there's the till. Can you sort of
Move along.
This
Move along.
morning,
But why don't people do it? What is
Yeah.
going on in the world? Are people just so selfish? Is it a
people are
selfish thing?
oblivious.
No, but is it now that we just live in this world where everyone is so self-obsessed and selfish that they just clog up the walkways
Maybe.
and they just think
I
they
just
can
think
not
they're
aware.
oblivious.
Just not aware.
But why?
Because
Well,
they
just not aware.
I was waiting for a coffee
Well,
this morning.
something's making people stupid.
And there's the poor coffee woman was like, oat milk latte for Ruben. wasn't Ruben. Oh no, shouting for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, he was there, I bet.
Ruben was a meter in front of him.
Yeah.
So what is Ruben doing?
Just looking at his phone.
I think that's a lot of it.
This is the problem.
And then
the phones are making they're killing our brains.
He looked up, he came up, he was like, I haven't had my coffee yet.
I would have fucking chucked it out. I would have gone, Ruben, you're a and here's your fucking coffee on your head, you motherfucking prick. I would have done. I can't be in any kind of customer-facing roles whatsoever.
No, I think we can all be grateful
apparent,
that
I just can't deal
happen.
with people. I just don't know what is going on with people.
Well, I think, basically.
Yeah.
I felt it myself in the old hospital. Problem was I couldn't get angry because the people that were actually clogging it up were people in their surgical pajamas about to do surgery. So I thought I'd best
Well, they shouldn't be doing surgery because they're clearly exhausted. A, needing coffee, and B, just not being aware of their own surroundings, let alone to cut someone open and then start fiddling with their insides.
It wasn't a fight I was prepared to take on.
Every fight, let me tell you.
She's there.
I'm no longer a lover. Not sure I've ever been a lover. I am.
You're making it sound, Lou, like you've been anything other than angry.
This summer, I've had an angry summer.
You have been angry.
I'm not even joking.
Should we go and do a cold bath?
You can't tell.
I just don't know what is going on with me.
Let's go and chuck her in the lake.
Maybe I'm perimenopausal and this is
I think you need some
coming
evening
out.
primrose oil. That'll calm you down. Right, that is it. We're going to have a Jackie P in a minute. That'll chill her out.
That'll chill me out.
Right, that's
I
it,
need
guys.
a wee as well.
Yeah, me too, exactly. Do you need a poo?
No, don't shit in my toilet again either.
Poo.
That makes me angry. You pooing in my toilet.
Well,
right, anyway, we'll be here next Monday if you can be bothered to come back and listen to my show. If you want to hear about my fight. But anyway, you don't have to wait until then because on Thursday we have LuAnna, totally extra. And for that, we do need you, our wonderful Lufanians from far and wide, as far as Australia.
We welcome you Australians for the light and the shade and the love to balance out the anger in Zisman right now. We're going through the anger phase. We had the tramadol phase. We're now in the anger phase. The email to send in your guff to is
It's like
LuAnna
the OG phase, because when we first started this pod, I was a lot angrier.
Yeah.
And now,
Which is now 7 years ago, not 8 years as I thought.
I've gone back.
We've done the full cycle. That's it. We're back at the start.
Now we're back at the start.
We're back at the start.
Yeah.
Jump onto WhatsApp, guys. Send us a voice note or a message. The number for that is 07745266947.
You can email us too, LuAnna at everythingluanna.com. Please follow us, tell someone about us, make them listen. Leave us a review and do keep an eye on our socials. Our Instagram is at everything_LuAnna. We are on the road
trip
this weekend. If you want to meet me, I promise I won't punch you.
You might.
Hopefully we'll be meeting lots of you this weekend on our travels. Keep an eye on us. Maybe we could do like a little map or something. I don't know what's planned. I'm just going to turn up and
We'll
smile.
just turn up. If we see you, we'll see you, and we bloody love you. LuAnna, do road trip.
Bye for now.
You've been watching LuAnna the podcast.
What do they need to do, Anna?
Make sure you subscribe.
Boom.